because press-ups are what got this all started, I am going to go through some tips that I use for teaching press-ups, because personally I don't have that great upper body strength. I've got enough to be able to do what I want to do, but it's not amazing. And so for those of you that are out there and maybe struggling to do press-ups and you're wondering how am I ever going to get there, there's some key things that I think everyone should know when they're doing press-ups. So we're going to run through some of those. So one of the first things people need to understand is that we need to actually be activating the right thing. So as you will have noticed throughout these 25 days, what I've talked about a lot is posture, I've talked about shoulders, and tonight is no different. We need to know how our shoulders are moving so we can actually do the exercise effectively. So one of the ways that we can do this is actually by just being in a kneeling position, arms up to the shoulder height, bring them forward, and then you're actually just going to pull the shoulders back. Now this position here is pretty much your press up position, okay? So we've got our shoulders back and down, and we've actually, our shoulder blades are sliding over our rib cage, and we're pushing through the chest. So what a lot of people do when they do the press ups is quite often they start in this around a position, and that's the way they come down. And what that does is actually loads up the shoulders quite a lot. So by getting that initial position, thinking about drawing the shoulders back and hands about in line in chest. If you come in narrower, you're going to get more into the triceps. If you come wider, you're going to be more into the shoulders. But to get sort of a balanced press up position, you're going to be around that chest mark. But that's a good way of just thinking about drawing those shoulders back, and that's the position we want to go to. Now, when you get started, even being on your knees might be too much of a challenge, because the other thing we've got to do is be able to keep our core engaged. So coming onto there, you can cross your legs if it feels comfortable. We're going to drop those shoulders, see, we want to drop them back, and we want to engage through the core. So then from there, we're going to come into that position that we just talked about, and then pushing up, okay? So those shoulders are dropping back, and then we're pushing up through the chest, okay? We're keeping our abs firing, and pushing up through the chest. So what we don't want to see is coming down and over and putting more strain on the neck. We want to drop those shoulders. Broken record, I know, but it's important for your posture. We want to lock in through the tummy. We're strong. Got my baggy top on. So you're going to lock in through that tummy, drop through those shoulders, and get really nice and set. You're going to come down. Now a good way you can always come all the way down, check that those shoulders are back and down, and then push up strong. So what we don't want to see is that push up and loading through the lower back, okay? So you want to come down, push up strong through the tummy, through the chest. So you've got to think of, one way I used to like to teach people is that you're actually pushing, for ladies, it's almost pushing through that bra line. So you're bringing it into the chest and out of the shoulders. Because ultimately it is a chest workout if you've got your hands in that position. Obviously it changes a little bit with the positioning. But really important to make sure those shoulder blades are sliding. So if that is actually too hard to do with that good shoulder position, take it to a wall. So set yourself up. Hopefully you can still see me. You're going to place the hands in that same position, and we're going to start by just doing a wall press up. So same principles apply. We're getting those shoulders dropping back, and we're pushing through the chest. Okay, shoulders dropping back, pushing through the chest. So then once you get that form on there, you can even take it to an incline. So if you've got a bench, kitchen benches are really handy. Again, set your hands up, get yourself in a good position, get those shoulder blades moving, pushing down through the chest, keeping the core engaged. And then you can come to the floor, you can do it on your knees, and again it's that quality of over quantity. really making sure you're getting the right muscles activating and working, and then you can build up onto your toes. Now, I don't even know that I can do proper positioned press-ups on my toes, but I do know that I can do them well on my knees. And with my yoga position, I know I can lower down from quite often, we're in this one, and I know I can lower down and go up into up down and back into the air. But I don't often do just straight press-ups. So I know that I'm not going to get very many out with good form. Something I need to practice. But if I come to here, I know that I've got all the right muscle groups working, and I know that I'm protecting my lower back, protecting my shoulders, showing you what it's all about, team. So I'm going to keep practicing my press-ups, and I hope you do as well, but just make sure that you are in the right position. If you've got any questions, please reach out and ask. If you want to send me a video of you doing your press-ups and say, hey, am I good, looking like I'm doing it right? By all means, flick me through a video. I'd love to see it. And yeah, if you've got any other questions, I'd love to hear them. So thanks for joining for the 25 challenge, and remember, you can always go back and start at the beginning. You can string some of those exercises together to make a plan that suits you and what you want to work on. And yeah, then just keep working on that technique, work on the shoulders and that core and your posture, and yeah, you'll get your fitness and everything to where you want it to be. Awesome guys, have a great night.